Welcome to another episode of the ICARUS Idea. Sadly, this is the final episode of Season 2, so don't worry, there will be a new season soon. I don't know if I have to say anything else before the intro, don't you? Thank you so much for watching, of course. Yes, this is going very smoothly. Yeah, that'll be great. Then everyone can see how much of a great host Joris has become in 2 years of hosting. No, but seriously, am I forgetting something?
Yes. Hope you enjoy.
Welcome. Thanks again for listening to another episode of the ICARUS Idea. Today is a very special episode, and that's why we're very happy that you are listening. This is the final episode of me, Joris, and Bram. We're saying goodbye. This is it. Yeah.
We're gonna make room for better talent.
Yeah, exactly. Next season will be some top-notch quality hosts. We're getting rid of the garbage now. But we also do not have one guest. We don't have two guests. We have 5. I think 6 if you count Bram, and maybe 7 if I'm gonna be interviewed. So we got a lot of guests. We figured it would be cool for you to get to know the people that are actually behind the podcast for the past 2 years or 1.5 years or so. So that's what we're going to try to do for the final time, Bram. Would you be so kind to introduce today's guests?
I will. So the first member that I'm going to introduce is Anne. Last year she studied mathematics in Utrecht but switched to IDE. She might become our next program director, who knows? And for us, she first did our external affairs, but is now switching to our socials. So welcome, Anne.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Anne.
Next up is the big boss from our study association that keeps an eye on whether we are still doing our job and tracks our enormous cash flow. He might even become a host later on, and we also know him as our sugar daddy. It's Twan.
Hello. Happy to be
Welcome, Twan.
Do you agree with our introduction?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was spot on.
All right. Just to get to know you a little bit really quickly, we're gonna do the 5 questions in 5 seconds, or the really quick 5 seconds questions, whatever. Quick questions. There are 5 of them. All right. First question: what year of industrial design are you in?
I'm in my first year.
All right. What is your favorite food?
I like curry.
Curry. All right.
Yeah.
What are your hobbies?
I actually have a new hobby now. I read library books.
All right. Best subject of IDE?
I can't really decide between design sketching 2 or application development. I feel like they're quite different, but I like both of them.
Not even mathematics?
I didn't do mathematics this year because I already did the subjects. So
Cheated the system.
yeah, a little.
All right. Final question, most important question. What's your shoe size?
It's 39 or 40. It kind of depends. I think 39 and a half. Just kind of stuck in the middle.
Cool. That's a respectable shoe size, I guess.
I think so. I didn't know we selected a shoe size. Like, if I wanted something different, I would just have to leave.
I didn't know there were better and worse shoe sizes.
Yeah, so no.
Bram, do you want to do Twan's questions?
Yes, Twan. I
Yeah.
got the same questions for you. So
Oh.
first off,
Oh, nice.
what year are you in?
I'm in my second year, or at least I was in my second year, but now I'm doing a board year, of course.
Ah.
So that's on hold.
Yeah. And then, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies, yeah. Well, I have a lot, but just to keep it a bit minimalistic, creative things, of course. Very original, I know. But I like messing around with Photoshop. I like burning images in wood with the burner. That's quite new, actually. New hobby. I've been playing basketball for over 10 years now, and I like playing games.
Then, best subject of IDE?
Well, this answer is similar to Anna's answer, and it's application development as well, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's also my only course so far for which I scored a 10, and I think it's also my last. To be honest.
Keep on dreaming.
So yeah, that's I enjoyed that quite a lot, and I also enjoy technical product modeling. Yeah, not necessarily the course I'm super good at, but it's fun.
Nice. Then, favorite food?
This is also similar to Anna, because I was going to say curry as well, but curry with fish. I have a special recipe with salmon and prawns and well, a green curry, so with fish. So it's really good.
Can put it in the show notes. Or is it a secret recipe?
Twan's fish curry.
Perhaps. No, it's not really secret. No.
And then, lastly, your shoe size.
Yeah, I have quite big feet actually. The size is 46.
44. What?
Damn!
Alright, so let's get into the real talk. We were wondering, what are you doing in the committee?
Right now, I made one post for Instagram, so I'm now working on that part of the committee. Before that, I did external affairs. Also, pretty briefly, I only started, I think, the third module this year. So that's what I did so far.
So it's like February, right? January,
Yeah.
somewhere over there you started. Why did you change?
What I changed? Oh, I think that the making posts and designing stuff just comes more natural to me. First, I wanted to do external affairs to kind of challenge myself because I did a committee in my previous study where I also did the poster design, that kind of thing. So I thought it might be nice to try something else, a bit out of my comfort zone, and I did that. And then I figured that it wasn't for me, so that's why I now more decided I know this is what I enjoy, but it's fine. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known that. So
Yeah, I think it's nice. I hope we'll get some muy bonitos Instagram posts now. But I think it's pretty cool that you tried the whole external affairs stuff because it can be good and it can be bad, and you just have to figure out which one of the two it is. Speaking of change, Twan,
Yeah.
you're gonna go from being our sugar daddy to being a member of the committee?
Yeah, hopefully. At this moment, I'm mainly just overseeing you guys. As people might know, a board member has several committees that he or she oversees. And you are one of my committees. And as I have told you already at the start of the year, I actually had to fight for you. I had to knock down at least 3 other people to acquire you. So yeah, no, that's what I'm doing now. I'm joining your meetings. I see to it that everything runs smoothly, and you're doing your jobs as Joris mentioned in the intro. That's my main role right now.
Is that a hard job?
No, actually, it's with you. It's very smooth and pleasant. I must say, you are quite quite serious. You're a serious committee. You most of the times you don't actually even need me, but it's still fun to be around. So I'm not complaining, and I won't leave. But
It's good to know that people fought over us as well. It's nice. Yeah. I think that's...
Does not happen that often.
No. I don't want to talk about that one.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have another question that I want to ask about next season. Do you already have someone on your bucket list that you want to interview?
I'm very indecisive. I kind of, it maybe sounds weird, but I also kind of enjoyed the somewhat, like the smaller guests, not physically smaller, but when they're not having a, huge company already, because I'm not really close to any stage where I'm gonna have a big company and have any vision for that yet. So I kind of enjoy listening to guests that are still a bit closer to where I'm at now and kind of take inspiration of that. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. That makes a lot of sense, actually. All right. What about you, Twan? Finish us off.
yeah, well, to be honest, I never really thought about it because I just didn't keep myself busy with this because you always did that yourselves, and I didn't have to assist you in that. So yeah, on the top of my head, I would say Jonathan Benning, but it so happens that you already interviewed him.
Yeah.
So
That was nice.
yeah, that's where my ideas for now stop.
I just recall that one time that Joris and me are talking about Elon Musk. It did not appear to actually be an industrial designer, but I think,
Mhm.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, we would make an exception.
Yeah. I think we could.
Like if he happens to be listening,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll accept you no matter what the shoe size is.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's move on to the next guest now. Thank you very much. Awesome. Nice to get to know you, actually. Like as a person now, I know so much more about you. Even though I already knew you, it just feels Much better now, you know? Don't you feel the same?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, more connected.
Yeah, I was so done with you, but now I'm excited again.
Now that I know your shoe size,
Yeah.
Well, actually, we did not hear about your shoe size.
Ooh, I have a very for my body size. I have very modest feet. I have only 42, 43.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because for people who don't know, Joris is actually like 3 meters tall. So
All right, let's head over to our next guests.
All right, we're back.
Yay, we're
And
back.
it's Saturday morning, 8:22.
Way too early.
The pain we go through to make this podcast for you is
We should
unimaginable.
fire our secretary. Oh, we don't have one. Fuck.
We have 2 new guests, or 2 new members of the podcast, of course. Forgive us if our voices are a bit like that first few minutes morning voice. Hope
It
you
feels
enjoy-
like you're laying in bed with us right now. So the first one that I'm going to introduce, or actually the third one, I guess you can say he's one of the founding fathers of the ICARUS idea. And at first we had actually no idea what he was doing here. He was just there. We just sort of ignored him. But now he's our Instagram guru. He knows everything about followers, posts, stories, and all the beautiful graphics that you see on our Instagram are started from his hand. So here's Rowen.
Hello, everyone.
It's the
It's
Rowen.
bold claim to say I know everything, but I've done some research.
Now we're going to test your knowledge in a minute.
Well, shit.
Uh-oh, we're a family show, fam.
But then, okay, so together with the oldest member of the podcast, we have one of the newest members of the podcast. On paper, she supervises the social media team. She has just finished her bachelor assignment on packaging design for doors. So glad that you are with us this morning, Anna. Welcome.
Thanks.
No, thank you, Anna. Thank you for being here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, great.
All right, just like with the first 2 members, we'll do some quick questions just to get to know you. You know, get on a more comfortable level before we dive into the real questions. Are you ready for 5 quick questions?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
All right, we'll start with you. I don't know, Anna.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's go. And then the counter starts again, right, Bram? Okay, Anna, what year are you in?
Third,
3rd year.
Yes.
What are your hobbies?
playing handball, listening to music, Netflix.
Okay, cool. Apart from the hobbies, do you have a favorite subject in IDE?
Yeah.
Mainly
The
just
breaks
the
in
hobbies.
between.
No. No, I like more I like graphic design.
I guess that makes sense. All right, favorite food, Anna?
Lasagne.
Lasagna. And what is your favorite marker color?
That's a stupid question.
That's not an
Oh.
answer, I think. I don't
Oh.
think that's a marker color. Is that a marker color, Bram? Do you know? It doesn't sound...
Let me check the database. Nope, that's not a...
I haven't used markers in like a year. I guess N4 or something.
Just say like Icarus purple or something.
Oh yeah, purple. I love purple.
All right, next up. It's so nice to get to know you better this way, Anna. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Rowen, are you ready for 5 quick questions?
I guess so.
So Rowen, for the first question, which year are you in?
I'm in the 4th year right now. I think.
4th year?
Yeah.
Okay. And out of those 4 years, what was the best subject of IDE?
I guess graphic design.
You're aligned. Then, what are your hobbies?
I am a big history nerd. So I like reading
Yeah.
a lot of the history and watching a lot of history.
And favorite period of time?
Yeah, Middle Ages probably. Very interesting.
Then, your favorite food?
Pasta. Every day a different pasta.
And then, the $1 million question, the question that is on everyone's mind right now, the favorite marker color.
Yeah, I like the orange one, you know, the standard one you get. When you study and then you get like you order like an orange one. I don't know the code, but it's a really bright orange one.
Is that apricot?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
That's a good
Oh.
color.
Oh,
I agree.
you have to use it sparingly. It's a really good one.
Nice. Great answers again. I enjoyed.
But you know, yeah, everything great you have to take with sparingly, right?
All right. Anna, you've only been with us for a few months now. Rowen, you've been here since the beginning, the birth of ICARUS. Both of you, with which guests do you want to design a product?
Well, I would like to join Lightyear.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great.
I heard they got an opening for an intern. Oh, we didn't make a post. Oh, they didn't post a post about that yet. Oh, well, hey. Hey. Coming up soon.
Luckily, I'm not responsible for that one.
That's why it's not posted yet. Should have let the media team do it. What would you design, though?
I don't know. I like the exterior design, I guess, from the car.
Not a dashboard as a graphical designer?
No, actually no.
Okay.
What about you, Ron?
Yeah, I've been thinking a little bit about in the meantime. I don't really know. They're all cool designers with cool expertises. So I think with Kurt van Mensvoort it will be really nice. Get like a little bit like really the future stuff. It's like really something new, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a project. It can also be an art installation. I think that's really nice.
I guess that was the most fun thing about him, that he sometimes designed products that were actually even products. Like the in vitro meat book.
Exactly. It's like,
or the snake leather.
or whatever. We'll see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
Was this also your favorite episode? Just like episode-wise, apart from coolest person to design a product with?
Well, I haven't been this long, so I don't know the first episodes a lot. But for me, the episode with all the deans I thought that was a very cool episode.
Yeah, true.
I like that one too. I really felt like we were adding something with that episode. Like, yeah, this is good. Yeah. What about you, Rowen?
The best episode?
Your favorite episode?
Favorite episode? I think it's Daan Rozengaarde, the two-parter. It's kind of an impressive like cherry on top of everything that we got to interview him. And he's one of the reasons I started to study industrial design. So I know many people have different opinions about him, but it is kind of impressive what he does. So it's really nice that we got to interview him.
I think back with great happiness about that episode.
Yeah. Then, lastly, this is actually only a question for Rowen, although feel free to answer as well, Anna. But I'm asking it to Rowen since he's from the beginning, so he knew what he was getting into. And this is a question from one of our listeners. This is Wesley's question. And he's asked, so after a lot of episodes, what is an industrial designer and what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, what I learned is that the industrial designer can be actually anything. So that's a little bit of what I learned. It's whatever you put your mind to. And what am I going to do with it? Good question. I'm not really sure yet. Still discovering my own path, which is of course really important.
Yeah.
Your own discovery.
If you don't know how to discover your own path, maybe listen to the Jill episode, because I think she got a nice method of figuring out what to do next.
Yeah.
Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah. Do you agree with this, Anna?
Yeah, kinda. I think IDE is some kind of problem-solving study. I think that's what we all learn. We learn to solve problems, and that's in a lot of different areas you can apply it.
It's just like Miguel said in the interview with all 3 study directors and the dean. He said like, yeah, we're trying to give you a backpack with methods and tools, and then you decide how to apply them. I think that sounds similar We were able to solve problems. Doesn't really matter what problem, and you can decide yourself what kind of problems you want to solve.
Yeah.
Then, what was your most valuable lesson from the podcast? Then you have to dig deep, I guess.
Yeah, that's a really dig deep. But about the favorite episode, another one I wanted to shout out was the one with Lisa Kleijsen. That one's just a really fun one.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a really fun one to listen to.
Yeah, it was also a really fun one to record.
All right. Any final words, Rowan, Anna? Want to thank anyone famous, or your mother, your father, your sister, brother?
Your favorite Twan saying?
I have to think about this. Hang on. It's hard for me to get the best Twan saying.
But you are a real Twente now, right?
Yeah. Hang on.
If anyone can do this, it's you.
Okay. Wie pakt de paling in? It sounds so English now.
We're wrapping up the eel.
But it means that it's going to an end. That we're leaving.
Fucking the paling in. All right, so we're wrapping up the eel, and we'll be right back with 2 more. Yes. All right, then we're back. We have unwrapped the eel again, and this time it's only me who is going to interview the 2 final guests. Let me just introduce them straight away. Our first guest in this section of l'épisode is... I'm not going to say it yet. She reached out to us via email stating that she wanted to join the podcast and started with us as an editor noob. But now, after hours of teaching from Bram, who you all know, and a lot of practice, she has become one of the editors-in-chief for the ICARUS Idea. Her name means a table of food sent from heaven. It is Maede! Woo! Welcome, Maede. So nice to have you behind the microphone.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
The other one you already know. His buttery smooth voice has been in your ears during every episode of the ICARUS Idea since this year's January. Also known as Scoot Scoot 5000. I am very happy to be joined by our main editor and co-host, Bram.
Feels so weird to be on this side of the spectrum now.
How the tables have
How
turned.
the tables have turned. How the turntables.
How the turns have tabled. As with all the other guests, we'll start with some cuestiones rápidos. Are you ready for them?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yep.
We'll start with you, Maede.
Yeah.
What year of industrial design are you in?
I just successfully finished my 2nd year. Yay.
Congratulations.
Third.
Insert
Thank you.
congratulations sounds and noises.
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite subject so far?
It's really hard to choose because I hate most of them. No, because no, I don't hate most of them, but they're not really my favorites. We had some classes like cognitive ergonomics or human factors that were really about how people think and behave in I don't know, designs. I really like those things to think about how users would act. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite, sadly.
Okay. Do you have anything that you do in your spare time or?
As an IDE student, I don't think we have spare time. But
Fair enough. Good answer.
yeah. But if I'm free, I play or read or stare at a white wall. Nothing specific. Yeah.
Check. Do you have any favorite foods while staring at a white wall or no?
Man, all these answers are so negative. I'm not a foodie person. I don't have a favorite food. I mean,
Contradicting your name.
Yeah.
Contradicting your name indeed.
Yeah, well, I have Iranian favorite dish, but I don't have European, the ones that you might know. But I have Iranian favorite dish.
What's the Iranian favorite dish?
It's called korme sabzi. Can you even pronounce it? It's super hard.
Parmesansi?
Close enough, yeah, good.
I'm not even going to try. These are fast questions. All right, then the final question. We've talked about shoe sizes. We've talked about favorite marker colors. What's your favorite sound? I mean, you're an editor, so...
Yeah, I have a favorite sound effect, actually. It's not a sound, but I have a favorite sound effect. It's called Whip Whoosh 2, if I pronounce it correctly.
Whip Whoosh 2.
It's super cool. You use it between like scenarios when you want to end something and start something else. It's really nice. That's my favorite.
Oh, that's a cool sound.
All right, and then we'll go on to the next section.
Whip whoosh.
Bram,
Hit me.
I know you're not allowed to ask old people how old they are, but what year are you in?
Yeah, I'm old. I'm in my 6th year right now of IDE. It's pretty old.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is your best subject
Well,
so far?
This is a master subject, and every master student will agree with me. And that is packaging. Packaging 1 to be specific. That's the shit, really.
All right. What are your hobbies?
It's playing guitar and making other music.
Alright. Favorite food?
Risotto
Risotto.
with spinach
Insulting
and
all Italian people in one
chorizo.
go. All right, and do you as well have a favorite sound? Is
Yeah,
it
and
also whip whoosh?
No, it's not Whip Whoosh 2. And I'm surprised that no one had thought about this. It's the plopping sound of a Grols beugelflesje. Not sponsored, but Grols hit me up if you're listening. But that sound, it's like honey in my ears.
Honey in my ears. It sounds very uncomfortable to have honey in your ears.
Yeah, true.
To be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Let's get into the actual questions.
Wait, this wasn't the actual questions?
No, we got some
I thought we're done.
potentially interesting other stuff to talk about.
Okay.
We've got a listener's question I think is good to start with. It's from Mary or Mariam or Miriam or Marianne.
Marianne?
I don't know.
I think it's
Marianne?
Iranian. It's my friend.
Well, very nice. She asked, or he, or anything in between, how long does it take to make an episode?
Should I go? Okay. Okay, so as I'm like a beginner editor, I'm sure for me it takes more than Bram. And also I have so many problems with my Ableton. But normally I would say 24 hours. Continuously.
24 working hours?
Yeah.
Really? So that's
Yeah.
like 3 full working days.
Or one working day without sleeping and eating.
Depending on
A
the
long
day.
working day.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you, Bram, or no?
Yeah, especially in the beginning. Now I sort of learned to do some things quicker than I used to. But if you take the whole picture into account, then it's also finding out who we're going to interview,
It's like half a
trying
day.
to reach out to that person. That mostly takes a month. Then we need to schedule it. Then we need to prepare an episode. Then we need to interview that person. Then we do need to do a pre-listening session to find out what we're going to keep in. Then edit it. Then listen to it again. Then edit it after again. And then
Then
I'm
send it to the
completely
guest for
overworked.
confirmation.
Yeah.
Such a complete answer. Now I feel bad for my
Yeah.
answer.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, can we go again?
Do it again. We'll edit it out.
Well,
We're
I'm
the
an
editors.
editor. I know how it works. I can just say something nice now.
Alright. What I was curious about is, Maede, you learned from Master Bram how to be an editor. I was wondering, was he like a good teacher, or did that just like meh? Did you have to do it by yourself?
Well, he's great. I can say, like, he really teach me well. I can't look at his face, he's smiling. Yeah, well, it was really nice, and like he explains everything super specifically and always have time. So I learned pretty well. I mean, if you like my edits, then it's like Bram's work because he taught me so much credit,
There's a
man.
credit right now.
I'm giving you all.
Yeah, I didn't need all those credits.
Alright, so this has been 3 minutes of giving each other compliments with Maede and Bram.
Yeah, welcome.
Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Leave a like, leave a comment.
Leave a like, leave a comment. Yeah, but actually I think time-wise we're already there. All right, there's one more guest to interview. Whoa,
Oh, who
guess
would
who
that
it's
be?
gonna be? Oh. Yeah. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. Maede,
Yeah.
see you next season. Or, well, you won't see me next season, but can't wait for next season. Bram, my boy, thank you very much for both your time. I think you might be the two people with the best nicknames in the podcast committee. I mean, nothing really beats Table of Food from Heaven. And then I think Scoot Scoot 5000 is a pretty decent runner-up. So, yeah.
Rowen had a nickname as well, right? I don't remember.
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
was
he
it.
was Epic Designer
Yeah.
9000.
That's actually really cool. Epic Designer is such a nice nickname.
Yeah, that's even better than Scoot Scoot, I guess.
I don't know. They both have their charm. I mean, but Rowan is a 9000, you're only a 5000.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
True.
that's...
But it's with the top 2000, it's not number 2000 that's the best. It's number 1. So hey, think about that.
Think about... Consider...
I don't even have a rating. That's so sad.
Just...
But you're the food from heaven, so
See?
Yeah, I mean...
It's the best, yeah.
all right. So we're back, and all of a sudden the roles are reversed. This is actually the first time that I'm the main host, and the other one is now the guest. So it's the classic, the first card. So, lastly, we're going to interview the godfather of the ICARUS Idea. He's one of the main founders, and he remained active until this day, besides Rowan. He's also all over the place. He is our chairman, or dictator, we like to call him, our extern wonder, and, as you know him, our main host. Well, we had a lot of discussions the last 2 years about how to run this, so there's enough to talk about it. So welcome, Joris.
Hello. Thank
Hello.
you. Thanks for having me, Bram, on your podcast.
Yeah, thanks. Do you like my podcast so far?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I saw the work that you did the past 2 years. It was good stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Well, the sarcasm is flowing out of my microphone.
No.
But before we get into the real stuff, let's do the 5 quick questions. You
Yes.
asked them me so far. Now it's my time to ask them to you.
Mhm.
So first, which year are you in?
I am 7th year student.
Yeah, you're graduating almost, right?
Yeah. Only how long? I don't want to talk about it. Only 27 days
Oh my god,
from this moment.
time is ticking.
Mhm.
Okay, but out of those 7 years, what was the best subject of IDE?
Easily discovery.
Oh, yeah, you're
Discovery,
one of
the-
those persons.
Yeah, the clay throwing, the chalk, the charcoal, everything. It was amazing. It opened
Yeah.
opened up a lot.
I can imagine. Then, if you weren't busy with discovery, what were your hobbies?
Well, I got this thing. I make a podcast with some friends of mine.
Oh.
That takes quite a lot of time.
Want to give it a shout out?
No, it's alright. I think people know it.
Ah.
Otherwise, I really like to draw. I draw a lot. I've been doing a human figure drawing course. So I'm trying to be able to draw people.
And where can people find your drawings? Is that somewhere available online?
There is an Instagram account at drawking_official. Suggests
Alright.
some cool stuff for me to
Yeah.
draw, but
Then the 4th question, what is your favorite food?
ooh, that's a tough one. I think just a good old-fashioned AGV'tje.
We haven't heard that one
Potatoes,
yet.
meat, and vegetables. So like potatoes with gravy,
Mm.
and then like Dutch meatballs. This is that
Yeah,
one.
I
That
agree.
was nice. I like.
And then the last question of our quick questions, which aren't always that quick. The favorite moment of the day.
Yes, I had 30 seconds to think about this, and the first thing that came up to me was you don't have it every day, but you have it on some days where you wake up and you know how when you go to bed, your bed isn't perfect and you're like, I don't really feel like going to sleep. And when you wake up, everything on top of the mattress, everything is perfect.
one cozy world.
It is absolutely infinitely perfectly comfortable. And then on some days, you wake up and you're like, ooh, I'm feeling real chill. And then you realize that you don't have to get out of bed yet. You know?
Perfect.
That you can just turn around and be like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's the favorite moment where everything is perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, now that we know a little bit more about you, we can get into the deep, serious stuff.
Oh,
Well, like I
shit.
said, you had, I guess, 3 roles. You were the host, you were our chairman, and you were our external affairs. Out of these 3 roles, which one did you thought was the most difficult one to perform? So I guess they can all have their ups and downs.
Chairman.
Why?
Because I think the rest, like external affairs, of course you're scared in the beginning, but at some point you get over that and it starts to become fun and you can practice it, you can learn it. The other one, host, I just studied a lot to become better at that, and of course practiced a lot as well, evaluated a lot as well. But the chairman, you're constantly busy with if everyone has a good time, if everyone is doing what they want to do, if everything is going according to plan. You have to check everything. You want to make sure everything happens, but you don't want to micromanage. You want to make sure everyone is motivated. These aren't like linear things that you can just, I don't know. It takes a lot more practice than it feels less learnable out of books, you know?
Yeah, it's something that has to come from within you.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, so definitely chairman. Chairman is the most difficult one to learn, I think.
All right, one of our listeners' questions came from Nadi. And she said, what was your favorite episode to record and why?
Oh, I have 4 favorites that I can think of right now. Oh, they're all fun. I don't know. Oh, it's like with children, you're not supposed to have favorites. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess, well, maybe the first one, like the first one, when the sound quality was shitty and we were sitting in some kind of super tiny room that we crammed full of chairs and couches that weren't supposed to be there, somewhere at the university, and we interviewed Roy. It was with Jean. That was just like podcast quality wise. Not sure if it's the best one, but like it was just so much fun to record that. It was just balling with Roy. Yeah, that was good stuff. The Lisa Kleijsen one, I think that one was really cool as well, because like the idea was sparked to do an episode about sex toy design as a joke, like, oh, you should do an episode about sex toy design. And then at some point you realize, like, wait, but this is actually something that we can do, and we should be able to talk about that. And I'm really quite happy with how we were able to talk about a topic that's, well, I don't know, either makes people giggle or don't want to talk about it, or they think it's vulgar, or so I think that was a really special one as well.
Yeah. Then the last question, because you started this podcast as a sort of trying to find out what you're going to do after your studies, and multiple people, when we asked on Instagram, what do you want to ask, is, have you achieved that goal? Well, I guess the best person that you can ask this is the one that first started asking this question. So.
Well, I told someone, I don't know who it was, that I was scared of what was coming after my thesis. Like once I graduated, I was just scared of what was going to happen. And then I jokingly said, and I even have a podcast about finding out what you can do after you finish your studies. I mean, so yeah. What I do think that I learned is that, in fact, as an industrial design engineer, you are capable of, I think, achieving almost anything. And I also think I at least have a plan of what I'm going to do to figure out what I want to do. So I've seen like a lot of people, a lot of different people that do different things, and some of them I found inspiring, others maybe less inspiring, and from that you can learn like, okay, hey, this is what triggers me, this is what doesn't trigger me. And then with the episode we did with Jill Hutte, I think 3-4 episodes ago, the way that she described that she was going to think about or thought about what to do for the upcoming few months, like this getting out of it, taking a little break, thinking, and then contemplating with other people. I think I'm going to try that as well. And then from that, combined with what I mentioned earlier, like this did inspire me and this inspired me less, I think I will be able to find something where I at least will be happy with what I'm doing. And I think if the being successful in any way would be a goal that would come naturally if you're doing what you like. So that's but that's what we did in the committee as well. That's why I was so triggered on trying to have everyone do what they want to do, because I think that's the best way to get to a point where good stuff is happening.
What you like.
Yeah.
And figuring it out from there.
So to come back to your question, yes, what was the question again? What did I learn, did I achieve the goal?
Did you achieve the goal? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I exactly know what I want to do after my studies, but I've seen a lot of examples. I've been inspired, and I think I know a way to actually figure out now what I want to do. So yeah.
How nice. Well, I guess with that being said, we ran through all my questions, which also meant we ran through this episode, which also meant we ran through this season, and it's our last season. So I want to thank you, Joris, for being the host 2 years, taking me on this ride with you.
Yeah.
I will be the chair of the ICARUS Idea next season, so I'll still be around, but not as a host anymore. But for you, it's the last episode. It's goodbye.
This is the end. Hold your breath in. Yeah.
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 So, do you have anything to say to that?
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Last words?
Last words. Yeah, I've written some stuff down, which I don't think I'm gonna say, because I don't really like reading stuff that I've written. You know what, Bram? Thank you. You thank me? No, thank you, my man. Thank you. No, for real though, for real. I'm thankful for every single second that we've put into this. You, all the committee members, Anna, Rowen, Michelle, Maede, and of course the boys, Jean and Jens. I remember sitting underneath a blanket with Jean and Jens, recording intros, which was, I think, maybe that was the most fun moment of the entire podcast. All the epic guests, all the people, like the people now, everything is just, I think it's just awesome. I think it's so cool that we together made something that every single industrial design engineering student in the Netherlands can benefit from. Like that in and of itself is already like, I'm just thankful for having done that with you all. That's it. So to a final time, I'll talk to you listener, person, human. I hope you learned something. I hope it inspired you. I hope it inspired you to do your own thing. I hope it showed you that anything is possible. But most of all, I really hope that you enjoyed listening. And I can't wait to see what next season will bring.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
It's not
Of
really.
course, yeah.
Right.
I think we just
Bye.
edit it. Yeah. Alright, bye.
Shall we start recording now or what?
Ja. Ah, dat stopt maar.